Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches, episode 148. Tonight we're reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. So, this is the new Marvel movie, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Does it even count as a Marvel movie?
Yeah.
I mean, it does. But you know what I mean? Did it feel like a Marvel movie when you were watching it?
A little...
One part did.
Okay.
Can you guess the most Marvel-y part of the movie? That's in every Marvel movie.
The whole entire universe is about to explode?
The hordes of random civilians running down a street away from a big bad thing. Yeah. That was the most boring part of the movie.
Yep.
And the most Marvel part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Also the worst graphics part of the movie.
It did seem like an afterthought.
It was like,
ooh, we really blew our budget on Rocket.
Let's get like a green screen city, and we'll
just sort of have a cloud of goo.
It looked
weird. Like the Blob.
It really did look like the Blob.
Now that I think about it, it looked like the Blob.
Yeah.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
yes.
The sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which we reviewed.
I really like this movie.
I had a lot of fun in this movie.
For the plot being, now the universe is going to implode.
You didn't know that until very late.
It was a very small story.
Mm-hmm.
It was very Empire Strikes Back, where it's like, not a ton of stuff happens. Like, they're kind of hippity-hopping from here to there, you know, like wherever the journey is taking them.
Yes. Yes.
And they're just kind of like, well, now we have to handle this. Now we have to deal with this. Oh, we ran into this person.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed a lot.
I laughed a lot. We were really the only ones laughing, which was weird.
It was shocking because I was laughing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not just like ha ha ha. Like I was like oh my god, I'm still they have moved on and I am still laughing at this do you have scotch tape joke.
I want to put some tape over the death button.
Nobody has any tape.
Not a single person has tape.
You have an atomic bomb in your bag. If anybody's gonna have tape, it's you.
I have to do everything.
Well, the filmmaking was just really fun in the way that they did stuff like that, where it would be like, you know, in the background, all of this crazy action is happening,
right.
And we're just focused on you know, this...
Rocket and Baby Groot, and it's like, handled really well.
It was handled better there than... the opening and the little baby Groot dancing.
I was worried.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No, I was like, ooh, I hope that baby Groot is not this whole fucking movie. He was not.
No, he was just enough.
And now we're gonna have teenage Groot next time.
Are we?
That's what it seemed like.
I think they're just gonna jump past that.
He's just gonna be full Vin Diesel next time?
Yeah.
Sure.
I did really find it funny that Vin Diesel,
was doing
good on
Groot.
him. Good on him. He is getting paid to do nothing.
I am Groot.
You came in for...
An hour?
2 tops.
And got paid $10 million? Fuck you. Hey, man.
You kept my car looking real good.
Had some dates in it. That's cool. X for life. God. It's probably good that his long line is, I am Groot.
Well, because that, I think, is what kept Baby Groot from being really too much. Because he couldn't say anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, here's, what is it, Cousin Oliver, the Cousin Oliver syndrome. On Brady Bunch, at some point, all the kids got too old and weren't cute. So they just brought on, like a new kid. Oh, it's Cousin Oliver. And you're like, fuck you. Like, no. And they would do that. They would just bring on a kid to be cute. And you're like, fuck this. And they couldn't really do that with this too much. Because he literally...
Because he just doesn't say anything.
Only say I am Groot. Yeah. So it was like, okay, cool. I want to talk about how much I love Rocket.
Yes. I still forget that that's Bradley Cooper.
I feel like Bradley Cooper was born to play Rocket.
They were not looking at you funny. You got anger issues. Mature yourself.
Born to play Rocket.
Speaking of catchy music.
This soundtrack for this movie, for these movies I should say, I think is just really lovely.
The soundtrack was really good. I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, it felt more purposeful and intertwined into what was going on. This one, it felt a little more like, this is a cool song. Or This Is a Fun Song that we got the rights to.
Yes and no.
There was times like the opening song with Groot, Baby Groot, and all the dancing. I was like, why this song?
Oh, sure. But the opening song with the mom, Brandy.
Oh, great. No, it was like hit or miss.
How funny was that Zune joke?
Oh my god, that Zune joke was great.
So, like, spoiler alert, whatever, like, we're just gonna jump all over here, but, his dad crushes his Walkman.
Yes.
With, like, the best tapes ever, volume 2.
Awesome mix.
Yeah, sure. And so then, at the end, I don't know who that character is.
Well, he's James Gunn's brother. He's the director's brother.
Oh, funny. So he's like, here, we found this. It's what all the people on Earth are listening to now. It's a Zune. It holds 300 songs.
300 songs? This movie really got its tone.
Yes.
It really rode the line for me between comedy, serious, action.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of, like, a Shane Black. Like, he's really good at... His movies are darker.
Right, but the tone...
Where you're like, you get it.
He weaves it well.
Like, you just get it.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because I love... Have you seen Slither?
No.
You would hate it.
Okay.
It's great.
Oh my god, can we talk about my favorite part, maybe, not really, but kind of this movie?
The queen of the gold people?
Yes!
Who the entire movie, I was convinced, was Jolie Richardson.
I was convinced that maybe it was Paris Hilton. So hot.
It turns out her name is actually Elizabeth, like, Debicki. She was on Night Manager, and she was fucking great. You should watch Night Manager.
Is that a show?
Yes, it's a 6-part miniseries.
Oh, okay.
Based on, like, a John Le Carré novel. It's, like, spy, and Tom Hiddleston's in it.
Ooh.
And it was, like, why I was like, I could say Tom Hiddleston playing James Bond. Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston is good.
Mm-hmm. And he's, like, hot, but not hot.
Yeah.
He's got that thing.
Yep.
Oh, but you know what she's from.
Oh, what? No, what's she from?
She is the chick, the, like, Madam Russian lady from Man from U.N.C.L.E. Remember the lady that was like, I've come to have sex with you? And
Yes.
the lady in the hotel, the bad lady?
Yes.
Who totally got what movie she was in and understood tone. I was like, you get it.
That's probably how she got the role for this movie, because they're like, her.
Yep. They're on this, like, this snowy planet, and she comes out.
Oh my god.
And they've got a, like, snow rug just to keep her from walking on the snow. I mean, she was playing it full, Tilda.
Oh yes. Oh, yes.
Full.
And I loved it.
I loved it.
It was like, oh, like a young Tilda now. Like, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think she will be in the next one because they kind of were setting her up to be like the new villain.
Somewhat,
You know, where like she's building this machine that's going to take down the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. So I really
okay.
hope that's true because I liked her a lot.
Yeah. Can we talk some more about that snowy planet? Because that was like...
The red light district?
Yeah.
Oh
but it was
my
like a
God.
whole planet, and it was like snow. I was like, this is fascinating. I want to watch a sitcom that takes place on this planet.
Ooh, yes.
Like, Lady Workers of Endor. Like, what is this? I don't know. But I'm here for it.
Nightwalkers of Endor.
Right?
In the red light district.
Yes!
I really liked that planet too until Sylvester Stallone showed up.
Oh, God.
Inaudible, and then him and Michael Rooker decided to yell at each other for a long period of time about things I did not remember from the first movie. So I was really in the dark.
I wear these flames, same as you.
You may dress like us, but you'll never hear the horns of freedom when you die, Yandu. And the colors of Agoura will never flash over your grave.
I'm yelling exposition at you, and
Yeah.
you're like, what's going on? And you can't
Well, and
understand.
Sylvester Stallone just literally was...
Inaudible. Hey,
What?
broke the code. I don't know, I can't do it. But anyway, and then they cut to Michael Rooker's, like, bandits.
Yeah.
And they proceed to have a really obvious and weird
Exposition
exposition scene
argument.
where they're like, oh, well, you know, you were all there last time, but that's about when Michael Rooker let Chris Pratt go, and then he got in trouble for it, and now we're back.
And he really did, and maybe there should be mutiny,
I
and, like-
remember when you were there, but I'm telling you anyway, to your face, that was, like, the worst part of the movie.
The worst.
It also contained the Howard the Duck cameo. Which
That's right, it was
weird
so
and
weird.
necessary.
It was so weird. He had some duck pun joke that was stupid. Like, once you go duck, you can't get a buck? I don't know.
Once you go duck, you quack?
No, once you go quack, you never go back.
Oh. Can we retire that joke?
Absolutely.
Like, could it just be done?
Yep.
I would really appreciate that. I mean, I guess Howard the Duck is from, like, another planet, so that's why he's, like, in this universe.
Sure.
I mean, he is a Marvel character.
Is he?
Yeah. Howard the Duck is the first Marvel movie ever. Isn't that fascinating?
That is fascinating.
I also really liked that movie as a kid, and I don't know why.
I feel like it would be fun to do a review of that.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
I love it.
Hi.
How was I to know that, like, ducks and humans couldn't be together? What do I know? I'm a kid.
Sure.
I was like, oh, they like each other. She's cute. Her hair's cool.
I mean, hey, if Belle and the Beast can get together, who's to say that...
Who's to judge?
Right?
Honestly.
That's, if Disney taught me anything, it's that bestiality is fine. Mermaids, beasts, who cares?
Lions. Well, they were all lions.
They were all lions.
So, let's talk about Kurt Russell.
Yes!
So, the opening of the movie is Kurt Russell looking 30 years old. And I was like, hey, Kurt Russell! Yeah, they had Benjamin Button to him.
Is that what they did?
Yes.
Okay.
But to be fair to Kurt Russell, didn't look that different.
Can we also talk about those really weird, like, hallway of, like...
Mannequins? Freaky, weird sex mannequins? He's got these, like, almost museum display windows. And he keeps telling Chris Pratt, oh, When I Met Your Mom, or whatever. He's telling these stories.
And they're like...
He's creating them. They could just be a video.
That's what I was so confused.
It could just be a video. But
Right.
it's these weird, eyeless mannequin people. And then he'll be like, and then I put a baby in your mom. And you're
And
like,
then it's like, here's the little... Yeah, it was like real weird.
oh no, I didn't need that. I did not need that visual. And then there's like a statue outside with like a fountain of her. And it's a weird mannequin. And I was like, why? Just make it stone.
It was right.
Or be a hologram. Or something that's not freaky. You know who was gonna play the part? And thank God he did not? Matthew McConaughey.
Thank God.
Wouldn't that have been horrible?
Unbearable, and it would have been like, oh, so he's evil. At least for this, there was like a good 12 seconds where you're like, oh, maybe he is just nice. Well, and there was like, maybe something's gonna happen and he's gonna die. And someone's
Sacrifice
gonna,
himself
yeah, exactly.
or something. Well, Kurt Russell is kind of the perfect choice because he does, in a way, sort of represent like the fucking cool 70s, right? Where like, he's your cool, like if you're gonna fantasize about having a dad in the 70s, it's probably Kurt Russell. I mean, his hair is luxurious.
Can we talk about Chris Pratt?
Sure.
He looked good.
How good did he look with that little scruff?
Yeah.
I was like, Usually I'm not a fan of like the partial goatee. It worked on him somehow.
I will say, not the biggest fan of like the weird sideburn thing.
He should rethink the length of his sideburn.
You should rethink the length of your sideburns.
Can we talk about Drax and how kind of fabulous he was?
Oh, he was so funny this movie,
Yeah.
this episode. Well,
He was
whatever.
so funny in this episode.
See, you just told everyone your deepest, darkest secret.
Dude, come on. I think you're overreacting a little
You
bit.
must be so embarrassed.
He was really good.
He was. I loved his interaction with the mantis. She was great too.
Yeah,
she was the
fun.
perfect amount of weird and goofy and silly.
Yes. I was watching the movie just being like, I like all these people.
Yeah.
Like, they work really well as a team. They're great together. This makes sense.
Yep.
Like, it makes sense. I want to watch them save the galaxy.
Yeah.
You know, where you watch, like, Avengers and you're like, I don't know.
No.
It's okay. You know, it's not, like, horrible. But
Right.
you're like, They don't work together.
They don't work together.
That's why I like the X-Men.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, that person fills that role,
Yeah.
and this person...
This is much more X-Men-y.
This is much more X-Men-y.
Can we talk briefly, sidebar, about the new Tron movie? Not Tron, the new Thor movie.
So we saw the trailer for Thor Razgard? Razgard. A word that's in Asgardian.
Sure.
And it looks great. I mean, for what it is. Basically, they took Thor and put a Guardians of the Galaxy filter on it.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm not mad at all.
No.
Kate Blanchett is there. She has a headdress on. She's hamming it up.
Yep.
Then I was like, this couldn't get any better. What? Jeff Goldblum's here? Holy fucking shit. What? Oh, the soundtrack's great because you realize that really helps. Like, it kind of really helps guys. And you can afford it. You can afford it. Just pay for the music. And Chris Hemsworth cut his hair.
Oh, he cut his hair and he looks so hot.
I mean, it was just like, I was watching the trailer like, yes, correct choice.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 I approve of all of these.
Oh, Natalie Portman isn't here being a big bummer? Cool.
Oh, great. If they finally figure out how to make Thor interesting, I'm excited about it.
I am too, because Chris Hemsworth is the hottest.
Well...
Of all of these people?
Who people?
The
Avengers?
Marvel people?
I think Paul Rudd's hotter.
In a different way.
In a very different way.
But also, I mean, sure, Chris Hemsworth is much more like my jam. And that's fine.
Sure.
I was just about to say, Michael Fassbender should be in a Marvel movie. And then I was like, oh, wait.
I am shocked I liked this movie. I was worried it was going to be, and here's fucking Tony Stark in outer space for no super reason. Like, thank God there was no Avenger crossover. There was no Infinity Stone crossover. It was just a sequel.
Yep.
Of its own story.
And that's what I just fucking want.
That's all I want. I don't want them. I don't need this whole thing to come together.
No.
And so
what's
that's
weird to me
really...
is, like, I don't know why they do that. You know what I mean? It costs them more money.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you paying them? Don't pay them to be in this movie. Leave it out. Every 6 years, give me an Avenger movie where they all come together to save the universe, and in the meantime, they're just doing something where it's not a big deal, it's just every day.
Movie!
Yes.
Where is it?
Where is it?
I think it's on the books, but where the fuck is it? Can we talk about Taserface?
Oh my God.
Taserface!
That was so funny.
Your name is Taserface?
It's metaphorical!
So do tasers come out of your face?
Yeah.
No.
It's metaphorical.
It's metaphorical. Oh, okay.
For what?
I mean, it looked like he had been tased in the face.
A little bit.
So was that what was going on? Oh, there was some really funny stuff in here. Remember when Michael Rooker is like flying with his arrow? And
Oh my God,
it's like Mary Poppins. Is he cool? Yeah.
He's
cool. Also, at the very end, all the... God, what were they called?
Wranglers, Ragglers, Ravengers,
Ravengers?
No, that doesn't make it. That's not a word, is it?
Rangers.
The
Ravagers. Ravagers.
Ravagers.
Not Ravengers.
No, Ravagers.
The Ravagers all show up for Michael Rooker's funeral.
Yeah.
And Michelle Yeoh shows up, and I was like, yes, Michelle Yeoh! I just wish her all the work in the world. I love Michelle Yeoh. This was just like a really fun time. Like, it was just like, just eating popcorn, drinking a big gulp, just like, fuck yeah, we're at the movies. Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, do it.
It's great.